LSU not in the rankings at any point in your career?
I don't think it's surprising anymore. Everybody's so good and a lot of turnover. They lost a lot of good players off that team last year that finished second in the country and won the West. So, nothing really surprises me anymore. There's a lot of good teams out there, and it's just kind of the trend that you're going to have a year where maybe it doesn't go your way. But when you look at it, they're just few wins away from being in the top 25. They're just a few wins away from hosting a regional and being in first place in the West.
What's the mindset of your team going in? Will you stick with the same pitching rotation?
Yeah, we'll start the same two on Friday and Saturday, and then we'll leave Sunday open. Just do what we need to do to get there. And if we needed to throw Campbell out of the pen, or if we decide to go with somebody else, we will. But we'll go Knight for sure, and Murphy on Saturday.
Do you have an update on Cronin?
Yeah, as of right now, he won't pitch this weekend. Everything's pretty much the same. So we're just, he'll be on the trip, but he won't, as far as I know, as of now, he won't be cleared to pitch.
What about Shaddy?
Shaddy's definitely going to be on the trip, and he's getting close. He, there's no broken bones, just a deep bruise, and he's trying to swing the bat, but he's probably 70% at the most right now. If we played tonight, I wouldn't start him.
So that means you have to put both those guys on the roster, or can you – how does that go?
Yeah, if we're taking them, they have to be on the 27-man, so they'll both be on the 27-man.
Have you ever had an animal come on the field other than that possum down there? Do you remember?
I've had an animal come on the field before. It's usually a squirrel or a cat. Sometimes a cat chasing a squirrel. But, that's I don't know. I would tell you this. Somebody put that possum underneath that fence. So you can take that to the bank.
Do you think, though, somebody's going to release a possum?
I really don't care. They can release whatever they want.
Maybe they'll make the tiger run around or something.
I don't want him out there.
Dave, Fletcher's made so many catches. Do you have a favorite? How many would you say are gold star, and what's your favorite?
I don't know. Sometimes I have to watch him again, Like I would need to have you guys show me like 10 in a row, and I could probably pick one. But usually the catch that that stands out as one that it means more than the others. Example, the Auburn catch. That's probably saved that game for us. So I'd say right now that's probably the best one that I can say off the top of my head.
You've had some great ones like Eibner and some others. Where is he defensively? Where do you stack him up?
Well, as far as just getting a read on the ball, first step, anticipation, he's the best. As far as athletically and running and catching it, I've had some guys that were faster, but nobody's made more highlight reel catches than him. I'd have to say he's right there with, a couple of them, obviously.
With Cronin, are you still waiting to see if it's mono, or you're just don't
No,
know
we're
yet?
pretty sure it's mono, and I don't think it's, who am I? I'm not a doctor, but they don't feel like it's maybe a super bad case of it. But he's feeling a lot better, but there is protocol, and we have to go by it.
Do you get as jazzed up for a series like as the fans seem to between these teams? Does this series get you going pretty good?
No, not really, and we try not to show any emotion as far as coaches, to the players, because our philosophy is a win's a win, loss is a loss. At the end of the year, you play 30. If we get them all in, and your record is what it is. I think the fans get fired up about different teams more than others, but we just want to just go play well and get through it and get to the next one.
What makes it so difficult to win there in Baton Rouge?
Well, there's a lot of difficult places to win. It's hard to win at Ole Miss. It's hard to win on the road unless you play good. You can't make any mistakes. And what makes it hard there is they have a good team. They have good players. And then the fans are loud, but they're loud at a lot of stadiums. I don't think it's about playing at Alex Box Stadium or in Georgia or at Ole Miss more than it is about how does your team play that day on the field. And it's about doing all the little things right and not giving teams extra outs. If you don't do that, you got a chance to win.
As far as just being able to substitute and having players come through with for injuries, do you feel this may be the deepest team you've had?
Yeah, it's the deepest team that I've definitely had here at Arkansas. As far as if somebody gets hurt, we don't. It's one of our top players. It's not going to kill us. We've got guys on the bench that can play good defense and maybe not hit quite as well as somebody that gets hurt, or it might be vice versa. They're a great defender, but they're not a great hitter that goes out of the lineup. It's just it's a good feeling knowing that you got one or two position players down and you still feel good about your lineup. And sometimes I write lineup up and I feel bad not having somebody in there, because I feel like they deserve to play or they could help us, but we only have 9 spots. So guys are getting their opportunities. You look at McFarland and Gates, platooned them, kind of went with McFarland for a while after Gates got hurt, and started Gates last Friday. He didn't have a great 3 at-bats, put McFarland in, he did better, and I may start Gates on Friday. I'm just going to keep mixing it up, keep those guys hungry a little bit, but it also gives us an opportunity when they make a pitching change, we can bring in a pretty good hitter to face maybe a left-handed pitcher or whatever they decide.
Same with your pitching staff too, as far as like guys like Evan Lee and Lowski and these guys stepping in for.
Well, it's a little bit deeper. I think our bullpen, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13 was pretty good. So, I think that this one's just a little inexperienced, but there's good arms down there. We know that Lowski and Reindl have stepped it up, taking a lot of pressure on people, and then Evan Lee coming in and getting us some big outs. We still need another guy or two to get it done for us.
What do you guys need to do to get your first road series win this weekend?
Well, it'd be nice if we could win the first ball game. Bottom line, we just need to play better. We haven't finished off games on the road. We've had leads, or we've made errors at the wrong time, and haven't gotten the big hit. We just went through a little period there when it just didn't go our way, and it seemed like the last couple of weeks we're swinging the bat a little bit better, getting a little more clutch hits. We haven't really had problems setting up those innings. It's just a matter of coming through, and I saw some guys doing that this past weekend.
LSU's lost 5 of their last 6 conference games. As a coach, you almost hate to play them, especially at their place.
Well, they were all
going through a rough patch.
They're all on the road. I've been there, so I wouldn't say I hate playing them. I mean, it's bottom line. If you play good, you got a chance to win. We have a good team. They have a good team. They're healthy now. They've got most of their position players that they felt like were going to be in their lineup. They're all in the lineup now, and they haven't been able to say that throughout the year. Now we're battling some injuries, but it's really just comes down to playing good that day. So I don't get too caught up in it.
What would you like to see from Blaine to continue what you need on Friday nights?
Well, I think Blaine will. He's had a couple outings where he's given us a chance to win, and we got him. He got a win that last outing, the outing before he got a no decision. I think that he's had a little bit of a rest. We haven't pitched him a lot of pitches, and I think he'll have really good stuff on Friday. I'm sure he'll be. He knows he's got to help this team, and he's done a great job all year. But really help kickstart us, finishing this thing up.
That slide Fletcher had in the second base in Hoover last year was a clean slide, but their fans didn't like it. Is that the kind of thing you expect to hear? They're going to say something.
See,
about
I forgot about that too. You just said it. I don't know what the big deal was about it myself. I mean, the runner got it, or the defender got in the way. He got in the baseline. I mean, it was shown on the video, and so the fans didn't know exactly what happened. But if they would have taken a step back and watched what happened, the throw brought him into the line. There he was, and he just slid into the base and hit him. He didn't do anything, that you're not supposed to do. Right. It's the base runner has that path there and through the base. So, I work with the infielders here. I teach these guys how to defend themselves, and the first line of defense is to get out of the baseline. And, there's footwork for that. Sometimes the throw takes you in the line and you get tied up. It's the way it goes. But, no, I just think that their fans are going to be fired up because it's a big series for their team.
Well, good.
Thanks, Dave.
You think their fans